Hey guys, it's History Behind the Warrior, and today I'm very, very fortunate to be at a NetherRealm Studios event. I'm joined by an individual known as Dominic. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Dominic Cianciolo. I'm the story and voiceover director for NetherRealm Studios.
Now, what was the approach with coming into this story mode for Mortal Kombat 11? Because understandably the series is extremely legacy heavy, and with the emphasis on time travel, it seems like now you're merging the timelines together. So, what can you exactly elaborate on what fans should expect in this game?
Sure. Well, when we started the process of writing Mortal Kombat 11, we sat down and to talk about sort of what his expectations were for the game. And what he was really looking forward to getting was a real sense of a novel direction for the story, while at the same time paying homage to all of this lore that we built up over the years. And so what this time merging story tells us, or allows us to do, is show where we are now, show where we have been in the past, and sort of bring all that together in very sharp relief, and really just experience the entire Mortal Kombat universe.
Would you say it's somewhat a celebration of the Mortal Kombat universe? Because last year was the 25th anniversary, but we were in the Injustice 2 life cycle. So would you say, with the whole time travel thing, it's kind of really celebrating, I guess, everything that's been in the series since day one?
Sure. I mean, I think every Mortal Kombat game is sort of a celebration of Mortal Kombat for sure. But in this one in particular, where people have just pulled out all the stops, whether it's in our area on the story and cinematic side or character or gameplay. I mean, everybody has worked very hard over the last couple of years to make this the best Mortal Kombat yet, and really kind of make everything feel fresh, given how long we've been doing this.
With time travel playing like a really integral role, obviously, in the main story, would you say it kind of opens up the idea of a multiverse? Because we have a human Cabal, we have a burnt Cabal, we have human Jade and normal Jade. Can you talk about that? Open up the possibility?
I mean, certainly, does it open the idea of the past and present could certainly lend itself to the idea of a multiverse. Whether that's explored or not is something that we'll have to see.
Now, from what we've seen from MKX into MK11, there's been somewhat a hint with Liu Kang and Kung Lao, but we've also had the introduction of the MKX New Generation characters. Would you say this focuses more on the new gen, the Liu Kang Kung Lao thing? Was it like a bit of a balance between the two?
I would say that every character that we have gets his or her moment to shine over the course of the story. We've tried to balance everything very well over the course of it.
Okay, so every character on the roster has a role on the roster, kind of gets, well, what you said, their own opportunity to shine for.
Yeah, I mean, it can be with as many characters as we have, and we have a finite amount of story to tell. It can be hard sometimes to make sure that everybody gets their moment, but we do our best in the writing process and as they develop the cinematics, so that everybody gets that star turn that they want. And that's really sort of also played out as we do the intros. We take a lot of time crafting not only the animations that they do, which is our cinematics team, they do an amazing job on that, but then also as we're writing dialogues that we exchange between them, is really taking that opportunity to sort of go further in depth with the characters and the relationships and why they fight.
Now with Mortal Kombat 11, there is a new antagonist in the game, that being Kronika. Is it Kronika or
Kronika.
Kronika.
Long
Okay. So with Kronika taking the role, what exactly can you tell us about her properly? Because all eyes are on her. We don't really know much about her except her ability to manipulate time.
Sure.
So what exactly going on there?
Well, it's even indicated in the prologue that folks have seen as well. Kronika is the keeper of time. She is interested in the balance in the realms, balancing good and evil. So as we've seen Raiden's actions in the last couple of games, he is irrevocably tilted in her mind the side of the irrevocably tilted history, the trend of history towards good rather than evil, and where she wants this balance. And she's fighting to maintain this balance of good and evil in the Mortal Kombat universe.
Now, here's a question. I don't know if you can answer it, so if you don't go ahead and don't.
Yeah.
But with Kronika being in the game, is she a deity like we've ever seen before? Or is she something completely new?
I mean, as the keeper of time, in terms of what she can do and what her powers are and what her agenda is, I would say she's completely new.
Now, this isn't really story related, but I think a lot of people do ask about this as this always be a thing with fighting games. How early in the process of when you're making a game is DLC in the realm of possibility? Because people always make petitions for particular characters, and they want them in the game. But obviously, DLC is planned much earlier before any of these petitions are made. So, just for the people at home, if you can't, if you can, how early is it done before the game is released?
I mean, unfortunately, I have to say at this point I really can't address sort of DLC related issues.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course.
focus on work.
Now with this game, what can fans really expect from Mortal Kombat 11 with the time-bending aspects and kind of timelines clashing, really?
Yeah, I think, as all of these characters fight for the future, the biggest thing we're getting is this clash of past and present. And as we see these characters come to terms with where they have been and where they are now, it's allowing us to explore more deeply, again, why they fight, and really get into the understanding of their motivations and their wants, their needs, their desires, and all of this stuff is in very stark relief as we go through the story and as we see other aspects of the storytelling that's in the game, whether it's the intros, the latter endings, or what have you.
Oh, no, fantastic. Well, that's all the questions I have for today, but thank you for giving me your time.
Thank you, sir.
I really
Appreciate
it.
coming out.
I'm sure everyone at home will appreciate this as well. So, yes, thank you for watching this interview, guys. I appreciate it a lot. Take care.